Hey, what's up guys? MGH here. Welcome back to the Bayer Leverkusen career mode where things are starting to get a little bit better. I've got quite a few games to get through in this episode. We've got hopefully some goals for you. As you know, I've been really struggling in front of goal. So let's see how I get on. And then when we come back, I'm going to update you on what I'm thinking about the squad going into the January transfer window quite soon. What am I going to do with the team? What system am I preferring to use? Let's just get into the highlights first. So as you guys know, I've been struggling a lot. So this was a great opportunity for me to play around with some players, some different systems, and see what it was like without having to focus on what I'm saying and recording voice. You know, it does make things a little bit more tricky. And straight away, we've got in here with Schick. Very good striker, by the way. He's going to be competing with Boniface for that first team striker role. But just 10 minutes later, guys, I'm 1-0 down. I don't know why we're playing in the snow, by the way. It's hilarious to me. I think it's October. I think it's just October and it's already snowing here. But it is Sweden. It can happen. Now, you're noticing here, as I go 2-0 down, we don't need to talk about it. It was a case of the CPU knocking the ball in behind and running through my three centre-backs. It keeps happening, and it's so frustrating because it feels like my players just can't turn quickly enough. I can't select the right player quickly enough, and before you know it, they're through on goal. But I can defend it better. I just need to sit off. But it's a 2-0 loss in the Europa League there, a 2-0 loss in Sweden, a 2-0 loss in the snow. It's really sad times. But anyway, we are now playing at home against Cologne. And Granit XHAKA, oh my God, take a bow. This is the first XHAKA boom of the series. I miss him so much at Arsenal. If you look at that little part of that replay again, the ball wobbles. It is a thing of beauty. And then the cross from Frimpong into what I can only say is an absolute tower of a man. Boniface, the Nigerian beast. He's just so good in the air. And here he is. Great touch. Should have done better with the shot. At least he scored his header. We're 2-0 up. Can you believe it, guys? This is exactly what I needed after that 2-0 loss in the Europa League. And actually, Boniface makes it 3-0. And that is for sure going to be game over against Cologne, who are actually doing very well at this point. Into the final few moments of the game. Trying to get a fourth goal. Hincapié here. Over to Adli. Great left foot. Unfortunately blocked. And the referee blows her whistle, not his whistle. We've got a female referee there. So a great win after a terrible loss. And at the moment, we are in 11th. After 7 games, I've only got 2 wins. Oh my God. But I was, as I said, able to really focus here. I was enjoying playing just the game and thinking about the game and not talking. Every now and again, I definitely need to do this. Just take a step back, record the games. And look, there's another example of them just basically walking through me. The only way you can really stop that is to select your defender and back off. And that's just what I need to learn to do. I've got pretty pacey centre-backs, so it shouldn't be an issue. But we're 1-0 down against Wolfsburg here. One of my favourite teams. I absolutely love Wolfsburg. They've lost the ball here. Grimaldo can pass it across to Adli, and that is the equaliser. 5 minutes to go until the break. Great time to concede, Wolfsburg. What a shame. And then Palacios, very close to making it 2-1 just before we go in. But then I lose the ball. It is now the second half. Kaminski smashes it into that bottom right corner. 2-1 down. Very inconsistent. What can I say, guys? And here is Boniface. A chance to run at the goalkeeper. I'm going to take it a little bit earlier. And that is a beautiful finish. And that makes it 2-2. We've got 10 minutes to go. Frimpong. Can he pick out a pass? Yes, he can. Boniface is there over the top for Florian Wirtz. I'm going to be saying that name a lot. He is incredible, guys. Such a good player. It's going to be interesting to see how we keep hold of him. If we keep hold of him. We'll have to see. 3-2. We've turned it around. Another chance here. Maybe Hoffman winning the ball. Up here to Frimpong. Surely I've got to shoot. Nope. Cut it back. Klojek off the post. Very unlucky. Now, one thing I've got to talk about, guys, is juggling 3 strikers that are all very similar. We've got Klojek, we've got Boniface, and we've got Schick. 3 tall, physical strikers. I think one of them might need to go. We're going to discuss that in the next episode. Great ball. Oh, what a run from, I think that was Stanisic. Is that his name? On loan from Bayern. Hoffman, of all players, winning the header. Okay, 1-0, nice. This is, of course, another game that maybe we should be winning. Could have gone either way because of some terrible, terrible defending. But luckily, you're just seeing the highlights here, guys, where actually I was doing pretty well. And there is a third goal. Hlojek with his left foot. He's a very good striker. But I've got to be honest, guys. I think I prefer Boniface and Schick. So we'll see. This was the Europa League, by the way, against Mulder. So, yeah, a good win there after the opening game of this episode where I lost. So that's a win from 2. I think that's now 2 wins from our first 3 games. So could be worse, could be better. And now we're moving on into the next game. We give away a penalty very early on here against Freiburg. But I've guessed the right way. Oh, it's a thing of beauty when you guess the penalty correctly, although I went smashing into the post. 0-0, half an hour in. Another chance coming in straight at the keeper. Hudrecki, I think I'm saying that wrong. I need to learn some of the names here. Hudrecki, I don't know. Grimaldo picking it up here, though. Passing it inside to Schick, and he tucks it away. 63 minutes in, and finally we've got a goal in this game. Look how strong he is. Granit Xhaka over the top. Great touch from Schick. Can he make it? 2-0. It's off the bar. Very unfortunate. It's going to be him and Boniface really fighting for that number 9 role, and I just don't know which player I prefer. They're both very similar, but also very different. I find Schick is better on the ball. Boniface is probably the better striker, finisher. But anyway, they had their keeper up for the last chance here. They couldn't do anything with it, and we do get the clean sheet and a 1-0 win. And now we're going into the German Cup, the DFB Pokal. Big tournament. I've got to win it. Don't forget, the board want me to win everything. So I think it's very important we do well in the cup here at least, because the league is looking over already. Adley picks out Hoffman. The little shift onto his right, and that is a beautiful finish from Hoffman. There is no way you can convince me he's a winger. I know he's played there quite a bit this season in real life, kind of on that right side. For me, though, he has to be central. And that little shift onto the right there, and then just to leather it into that bottom left corner. Really, really nice goal. And then Wirtz with a great dribbling run. The effort saved. We're still 1-0 up, though. Missed the header. Defending it very poorly. But thankfully, we've got a fantastic goalkeeper. Couldn't keep it in, though, unfortunately, there. Now into the final minute. Are we going to be able to hold on and get a win in the cup here? Don't give away a penalty. Don't do it. You know you want to do it, Matt. Just slide in. No, I'm being good. And eventually the chance goes flying over the bar, and we do progress into the next round. Up against Hoffenheim next, though. You never know what you're going to get with Hoffenheim. I think on some days they can be absolutely brilliant, and this was one of those days. Early on in the game there, hitting the post, they were absolutely all over me down this right side. I think that was a pass to himself. Did you see that? He just knocked it onto himself. Offside. No, I'm kidding. And then, unfortunately, Bebu misses it. If you know, you know. Shout out Nepenthes. And now, 20 minutes in, Grimaldo getting in behind. Cross coming in. It's not a bad cross at all. It falls for Hoffman. And then the lucky deflection falls for Schick. It is 1-0 against the run of play. And there he is showing his biceps again. Granit Xhaka driving forward. He's not the quickest, remember. Great pass up, which is unfortunately headed out. But watch this, guys. Look who's open. It's Granit Xhaka. And it's a Xhaka boom again. It's another one. Oh, Granit Xhaka, GX34. What a man. 2-0. Looking good for the win here. But Kramaric early in the second half, just a minute in, scoring to make it 2-1. Now it's squeaky bum time. 85th minute. Ball over the top. Adley somehow manages to get to it. All he's got to do is finish it, but Baumann is there. It stays 2-1. And now we go into the final moments. And I think the referee's going to blow the whistle there. Thank you very much. Although Teller's going to try and bring it forward. The pass gets intercepted, but it's 3 points. Right, relax. Let's have a look at the table. So, 10 games in, 6th place. I mean, considering how bad we were at the start, we've now got 12 goals scored, 7 conceded. I don't think that's too bad. We're on a bit of a run here. We're doing a lot better. 5 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Somehow Bayern and Dortmund are below us, and then into the bottom of the table here, we've got some very clear favourites for relegation, Heidenheim being one of them. But anyway, that's the end of the highlights section. Let's jump back into the live section. Okay, so I have pretty much decided I can use the 3 at the back formation when I have Grimaldo and Frimpong coming back and helping out defensively, not just getting forward. Basically, they are having to run up and down the pitch constantly. I can make that work. And by the way, I'm training them to be right wing back and left wing back. I actually trained them to come away from that position and be right back, left back in case I wanted to use 4 at the back. It actually lost them rating. It actually brought their ratings down. So I am redoing that. I'm making them right wing back and left wing back instead. I think I prefer 4 at the back, but I'm going to pursue the 3 at the back formation. I want to make it work. And if it means going to a winger variant, for example, there is always the... which one was it? The 3-4-2-1. So effectively you have left wing back, right wing back. So I'd move those wingers back and then I'd have left winger, right winger. It can be a little bit more difficult to get certain players in, like Vert, for example, but I could always use him as a left winger. It is possible, but the thing is, going into Season 2, I have a feeling we're going to receive some offers for Verts. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to stick with it. Palacios, I have also realised he's pretty damn good. I was using him completely wrong. I was effectively using him as a defensive midfielder, but realistically, he's more of a box-to-box player than Granit Xhaka is. So I've actually swapped them around a little bit. I've got Granit Xhaka hanging back sometimes. Palacios is getting more forward. And of course, with Granit Xhaka, deep-lying playmaker and scorer of Xhaka booms. So I think that's worked out quite well, but I absolutely need a central midfielder. Andrić is fine, or Andrić, he's fine. Nothing incredible. He does the job whenever he comes on. Hoffman, who I have actually been using as a central midfielder sometimes, is pretty good, but I just don't have anyone else. In terms of young players, I've got Puerta, 64 rated, not really that good, and Bamba, also only 65 rated, not that good. So I think my priority going into the window is going to be a central midfielder. I also need another centre-back. I'm a big fan of Kosunu, Tapsoba, Hincapié. Tar is very good. And actually, I've been using Stanisic quite a bit. I'm going to put him on the bench. He should play more. So I'm really happy with what I've got. I just need another one. And Stanisic is only on loan. He will be going back to Bayern Munich at the end of the season. So I do need a left-footed centre-back. And I've already targeted one player. I've got one in mind. And the other position is, well, 2 positions. Wingers. My wingers are not great. Hoffman as a winger can do the job, but I prefer him centrally. He's not quick enough. I use Adley as a winger sometimes. And of course, I do have Teller. But honestly, guys, it might be my weakest position. It's just the fact that I don't use wingers that much that I'm getting away with it. So with that information in mind, let me go ahead and show you who I've got in my transfer hub. So we still have 2 central midfielders that I would really like to sign. Dada being, I think, my main target with the window coming up. As a centre-back option, I've gone with Ito. I almost signed him in the Girona career mode. I think I'm going to go ahead and try and sign him in this career mode. He's absolutely rapid, and I think he'll be incredible for this team. Wingers. I've got Wimmer. Absolutely loved this guy in the Wolfsburg career mode, but replaced him quite early on, so I didn't get the best out of him. So maybe this is the career mode to use him. And then for a left-footed, this is obviously Wimmer, right-footed, I've got Arda Güler, who I could potentially loan from Real Madrid, maybe. And also Baldanzi, another player that I've looked at a couple of times already in this year's game, and I could potentially get him. He would be very expensive, though. I feel like, okay, Dada, for around that 40 million mark, maybe I can include a player to bring that down a little bit. Ito for around that 10 million mark. So that's, let's say, 50 million that we need to spend. I can probably get Wimmer, because I think I've got 70 in total. But you're probably wondering how I'm going to raise that kind of money, even though I've got a decent amount now, 75 million. I'm going to overspend, let's be honest. It's always going to happen. How am I going to get the funds to get all of these players in? Well, I don't need them all, but I have decided there is one player that I'm definitely looking to potentially sell on, and that is Closet. Hlozek. It's an annoying one. I love the guy, and I think he's a very good player, and I've definitely got a couple of good performances out of him, but I've used him before in my Roma career mode, and honestly, Boniface and Schick are quite similar players. You know, that tall, physical, yeah, they're just better in every way. So I've actually transfer listed him, and I will be getting some offers in. And also his face mod is a bit buggy. I don't know if you've noticed that. If you look around his neck, it kind of like cuts out. It's weird. So I think I might potentially let him go. And I have also transfer listed. Where is it? Who did I transfer list? Was that it? I think maybe. Okay, so Monome. He's going out on loan. There was another player that I think I may have decided I'll include in a deal. Maybe not though. Maybe I decided not to in the end. But definitely for sure, Hlozek, we'll see what kind of offers we get. I reckon we can get 35, 40 million for him, which is a lot of money. But anyway, less talking. Let's get into the first game of live games in this episode. We have Mulder. At the moment, we are joint second place, joint top, I should say. And a win here, I'm sure, will send us to the top. Can we maybe get an early goal here? Over to Frimpong. Cross coming in. Adley was there. Ooh. Here is Adley. Don't really have much support. Into Wirtz now. Nice. Inside. Oh my God, what a finish. And no, I did not Trivela that myself. I saw the comments in the Girona career, my people saying that I'm doing too many Trivela shots. That one was down to Wirtz. He did that completely himself, and I'm glad he did. It's a great finish. Just on the outside of his right boot. I mean, that's world class. And I mentioned it. Should I let him go next season because... Oh, thank you very much. There's no way Wirtz is going to stay at Bayer Leverkusen forever. He will get sold for a lot of money. So maybe we could make that into a bit of a challenge. Oh my God, we're in again. Oh, good save. So let me know down in the comments in this video, Season 2, do I sell Wirtz or not? What a ball. Beautiful. First time cross. Adley's in there. Oh, I didn't think he was going to get it. And just like that, it's 2-0. Scoring goals just isn't much of an issue anymore. I've definitely warmed into this career mode. I've warmed into the team. And that was a fantastic goal. I would say this has been a pretty flawless first half. Couldn't have gone better, really. Until that moment right there, where maybe I get Frimpong through and we make it 3-0. But instead, the referee's not going to blow the whistle yet, and we've got some defending to do. There we go. Nicely done. It's funny, really. I want a clean sheet, obviously. But I would rather sacrifice clean sheets if it means I'm scoring, because at the start of this season, I was getting clean sheets, but I wasn't scoring. I just got done. No. No! Oh, that was the clean sheet. Gone. Right there. Not very good defending, but it's okay. We got away with it. Pull the keeper out. Pull the keeper out. Oh, I've done it again, guys. They just knock it past, and for whatever reason, my defenders just feel like they're stuck in mud, and I can't turn them quickly enough. And there's no way I can catch up. I've had this before, and I can't remember what I did to fix it. I know there's something in the controls where it's you don't have to hold the right trigger all the way down for full speed. It just does it even when you hold it a little bit. It could be that that's been turned off. I don't know. Either way, 2-1. Clean sheet is gone, but I'm going to whip this in and make it 3. Oh my God. And it almost happened. Well, I think we've ran out of time. Not sure we're going to get another opportunity unless I can win this header as well. Okay, let me just hit this one up. Oh, why have you headed that? I was hoping he would just hook it with his right foot. But anyway, it is a 2-1 win. We will definitely start, I think, seeing a little bit of a gap appear in this group. I obviously lost one of the early games. I think it was the second game, but we're on fire now. So moving on into the next episode, if we win our game, we should find ourselves in the top 4. I really hope we can do that. Bayern Munich have definitely started to gain some momentum. Who saw that coming? But where are Dortmund? Oh dear, they're down in 11th place. I don't know what's going on there. So I think we're in better shape right now. We definitely are. And let's go ahead and take a look at the Europa League group. So I think, are already pretty much qualified. All I need is, I think, one more win. Maybe even a draw would be enough. But one more win and we will be going through. And we are up against the other team that are top of the group, XHAKA. So we will be taking them on in the next episode. And before you know it, guys, we will be in the January transfer window and I'll be making my first changes to the team. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.